sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the New York Jets. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. Darnold on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Steps away to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. On the catch, it's Crowder. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Thompson, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down is Smith. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's third down. Now Smith. It's caught. Patton. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Smith will bring his guys up first and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the 50, it's Smith. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Throwing again is Smith. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Throwing on third down, Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. They'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 4.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. From the gun, here's Smith. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Off of play action, Darnold. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, lock in.
To throw on 2nd down. Smith. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Smith. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He's going to look deep down the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. He completes it to Peak. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Faking the give, Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his first career NFL NFL touchdown. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Santos now to add the PAT. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. William Hayes in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, Smith. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Play action. It's Darnold. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Matt Ioannidis coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Two minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Leopard! Leopard!
Darnold from the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rashard Robinson with a pick, and he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught right side by Anderson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Leopard!
On 2nd down, Darnold. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
No, check, Patriot!
The play fake, and it's Darnold. On the crossing route, complete. It's Anderson. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson in the final seconds of the first half. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Pushing through the contact. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset.
And my goodness, another interception. Terrence Brooks with a pick. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now it's Darnold. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And now here's another interception. Darren Lee picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On 1st down, Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Darnold on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Darnold to throw again. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Townsend. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
35.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. It's caught. Patton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Let's go. 15. Slot. Yeah, 52.
From the gun, here's Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
To throw is Darnold. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Santos with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Double.
A shotgun snap for Smith, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a 1st. Smith on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st and 10, Smith. They'll drop it off to Perine, complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Smith. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. To the air again, Smith. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, on.
Out of the gun, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 19.
Let's go.
Now Thompson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you know, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. 53 is the mic. Hey, defense, let's go, pick it up.
Play action, it's Darnold. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Darnold. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Patriot! Patriot! Gun! 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 53! Over!
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. On 1st down, Smith. And now here's another interception. He's picked off at his own 47 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
After the interception, here's Darnold. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
On 1st and 10, Darnold. That's going to be caught. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
And Darnold wants to throw the football. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19.
15, 15. Hey, lock in.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Buying time to his left. Now a desperate. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. He gets it here to Pete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.